Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Witcher 3, continuing on from where we left off. Yeah, let's go. Obviously we're not what I meant to do at all. Trying to find the,
ground's black, saturated with blood.
Griffin. Or the Griffin. Yeah, the Griffin, right?
A camp.
So, yeah, we're, over 2.5 hours in and we've barely done anything, so that's something. Like, we're still in the prologue of the fucking game. So that's kind of funny. Is it down there? Oh, is it game? Or wait. Oh, we're supposed to follow the path? Oh, we are. Okay. Is that where we're supposed to go? Is that just something random? It's probably just something. Yeah, it's just wolves. I guess those are what we're supposed to look for. Okay, cool. Okay.
Ugly bastard.
Yeah, also last episode I started going through the Survivor players. There's Winners at War. Talk about who I think doing a power ranking of the people left in game. So I just went through the first 3, not too much here. Wait, circle. There we go. So Sandra. So as of right now, 3. I have Sandra, Ethan, then Amber. Again, the platforming in this game is so fucking clunky. Oh, fuck off. So next up is Danny, another one that's on the edge. Yeah, it's so weird too how, like, oh, fuck off. What is that? How it seemed like essentially this is an old school slaughtering with this pre-merge. Like pretty much I think every player that played originally pre-season 20, with the exception of Sandra, gets taken out pre-merge.
Griffin's nest. What remains of it, at least. Corpse is a couple of weeks old. Still alive when the Griffin brought him here. Took a long time dying. Female.
Yeah,
wounds have already
Danny
hatched.
is next,
At
right?
least a week.
So,
Other Griffin must be a male.
I think Danny is exactly where she was. I think she's above Amber. I think the reason for that, I think there's been some foreshadowing that could lead to a Danny return. She's talked a lot about how,
deep cuts over the whole body.
how,
not a drop of blood on the
she's not
beak or
out of it
claws.
just yet and that sort of stuff.
Didn't defend
So it's like,
herself.
I feel like that's
Wrapped up
enough
in
to
her
put
while
her
she
above
slept.
Amber. Is it enough to put her above Ethan?
Beak
I don't
tips
know.
worn.
I mean, like, I feel like Ethan's
Gray hairs
gotten
on the
more of an
coat.
actual story
10,
than
12 years
Danny.
old.
But I think Danny's
Griffin's
gotten that
better off
content.
for life
I think
when
I
young.
do put her below
Male
Ethan.
must be about the same age.
Yule. I think Yule's easily at the
Beak
top of
tips
this
worn.
group so far, right? I think he's
Gray
definitely above
hairs on the
Sandra.
coat.
I don't
10,
think I
12
think
years
Yule's
old.
chances actually went down a bit for me this
Griffin's better
episode. I
off
think
for life when
I think
young.
Yule
Male must be
is
about the
so
same
clearly
age.
getting this like sort of pre-merge
Beak
mastermind in
tips
it.
worn.
Where
Gray
I think
hairs on
he,
the
like,
coat.
I mean, obviously based on
10,
spoilers, we know he
12
gets
years
swap
old.
screwed essentially, but I think it's pretty
Griffin's
clear
better off
that's
for
what the
life
edit's
when
telling
young.
us as well.
Male must be
at
about
this
the
point.
same age.
Like, I also think the fact that just
Thick
fundamentally
shaft,
his edit is
dense
undermined by
barbs.
the fact that Sophie has called
Real
him
Griffin.
her nerd shield. I think that fundamentally already makes him below Sophie
Explains
no
why
matter
the
what
male I ran
situation you
into
put
was
him
so
in.
aggressive.
So,
Hunted enough
whatever. But
guardians
Yule's on
down
top
here
of
in the
everyone that we
forest
talked about so
first,
far.
Then started prowling the area.
We got Parvati.
Done what I could.
Parvati's
Should
pretty
talk
low.
to
Did we
Vesemir.
level up? Huh. Okay, so what do we want? What do we want to use? I mean, I don't use alchemy. That's the problem with this. Like, yeah, we would get more vitality, but it's like, I don't use alchemy, so it's like, it's kind of pointless to get some of this stuff. Like, it's not the type of playthrough or gameplay I like. So we'll go for... We'll go for that. Okay. So this Griffin fight, from what I remember, is pretty difficult.
Bones. Horse. Dog. Human. A few months worth.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult considering how early in the game it is. But, yeah, we gotta do it. So, Parvati's tough. I think Parvati's definitely below Yule. I don't know. I don't think Parvati's just gotten almost no edit. And, like, outside of, like, her being targeted by people, like, she's gotten almost no content herself. And I feel like that's the problem with Parvati's edit. I don't feel like there's much substance there. I think she did in the first episode. I just think it's significantly dropped since then. And, yeah, I think she's gotta be pretty low. I mean, I don't know. Is she above or below Sandra? I think that's the question. Because obviously she's above Ethan and, like, all the other people on Edge. But it's like, is she above or below Sandra? I think she's below. I think the edit has been more kind to Sandra. I think Sandra's been given more depth in this edit. I don't know why it's fun doing that, by the way.
Hey there. Hey ya.
So, I think I gotta put...
By the wood. Boy in clinics. Good lad. Yes? What is it, Wolf?
her below. I think the only content she got this episode was talking about getting revenge for Ethan, right?
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted down that fiend in Varun.
Yes. Well, that was more than a fiend. What was that bastard's name? Drugan? May the soil lie light upon him. Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good. Now, everything's all confused.
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Do well not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
Alright, Parvati.
Realize it's been half a year since we
Oh, we already,
hunted down the...
yeah, we already talked about this.
Things
Used...
do what?
Got good news and bad news. Good news first. Captain of the Nilfgaardian garrison knows where Yennefer went.
And the bad's that we have to kill the Griffin for him. What else could he want from two witches? Go on. Tell me what you know.
Griffin's abandoned its lair. Gotta make a lure,
So,
set a
then we
trap.
got Boston Rob.
How's that going?
I mean, I think Boston Rob's getting a better edit than Parvati, in my opinion. Again, I think he is, again, I just feel like Parvati's gotten no substance, while Rob has gotten, like, all the substance for that duo. I think it's pretty clear that Rob isn't in it for the long run. I think it's pretty
Learned
clear that
some
Rob's
things.
going home
It's a
soon.
male, had its
But
nest in the Vulpine
I would
woods.
have more
The
confidence in him
Nilfgaardians
winning the
burned
game
woods
right
down,
now
killed its
than
mate,
Parvati.
smashed their eggs.
Is it better or worse than
Thought they'd fixed
Sandra?
things.
It's
I
always
think
the
it's
same.
worse, right?
Instead of sending for a professional,
I think Sandra's
they try
better
to do it
positioned for
themselves,
one, and two, I
they
think
end up
just
making
straight up her
matters
edit
worse.
is given more of an actual arc, while I don't feel like Rob's has been given an actual story.
Got the buckthorn.
So,
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
23
More like
Sophie.
stench.
Sophie.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss. Standard smells of the countryside. Remember
Where does
Tredegor?
Sophie go?
Hunting that
I
Zulu
mean,
trash
Sophie's
heap?
at the top, right?
You spent half the next
Yeah,
day
Sophie's at the top.
bathing, scrubbing yourself.
Yeah, and she did get that confessional this episode, which
You
was a
ever
really
gonna
weird
stop
one
bringing
about
that up?
prison, but, well,
Fine.
well, seeing
If
people in
everything's
prison
ready,
and stuff.
say the word and we'll get to
But,
work.
I mean, outside that, she wasn't that prominent, but,
I'm ready.
I think, again, like,
No
I
point
think
in
her
waiting.
her
Let's find
former
a good
episodes
spot to
put her
ambush it.
above
Pick
Yule.
one
I
out
think she's at the
already,
top for now.
other side of the
Kim,
street.
I think Kim
There's
is as
fields
low
and
as you can
road.
get on the edit.
Plenty
Again,
of
no
room
screen time this
far
episode.
enough so no one will get it.
I mean, she was the
Good. Meet you there.
like secondary target. Like if it wasn't going to be Tyson for that majority, it was going to be Kim. I don't even remember this. That they forced you to fucking brew Thunderbolt. Huh. Oh, fucking idiot. I passed it. Alright. So I guess we're just gonna do it. 'Cause, this is nearing the end of the prologue now. Yeah, Kim is pretty low. The question is she having a better or worse edit than these Edge of Extinction people?
Slow now.
I mean, I think...
A stream, amber waves of grain. Charming place.
Yeah, I think
For
she's
an
at the
ambush.
bottom of
I
the
know how to
non-Edge
choose
people. I
them.
think she's still above
So,
Ethan.
ready?
I mean, is she though? Yeah, I mean, at least she's in the game, right?
Let's start.
Yeah, okay.
Wind's good.
Denise...
Scent will spread quickly.
I mean, Denise had a very quiet
Now,
episode.
all
I don't
we
think
have
she
to
was
do
even
is
in the
wait.
episode, was she?
Come on. We can cower in the shade of those birches.
I guess I would have Parvati above her. I would
So
have her
tell
above
me,
Parvati, I mean.
Once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in
Yeah,
for the
Denise was
winter.
like really
Snows are
invisible.
way
I'm
off,
trying to think, like,
yes.
was she even in any
That's
scene
what worries me.
this episode? Because like even all the scenes with Adam, like she was ignored in. Like she wasn't even shown. It was like Adam with Ben, Adam with Michelle, Adam with Jeremy, no Denise.
Yeah. We need to cover our tracks.
I don't know. I think
hide
Denise
our
is still
plans.
better than Parvati.
Speaking of winter,
Actually, is she though? I mean, again, like I'm trying to think of like all of her content. It's all just
Bring
necessary
a guest.
stuff. It's stuff that was necessary for the story. It's like she doesn't get anything outside of that. I don't think she got any personal content. So yeah, I think I gotta put her below Parvati then.
It's close.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Wait. Take this.
So that's half the list done.
A
Yay,
crossbow.
crossbow. This
Wanted
definitely
a
doesn't
card
work
game
like shit.
while you ran around. Might come in handy.
And got Tyson. I mean, Tyson obviously got voted out. I still think his edit's very strong, but he is out of the game. So fundamentally, I have to put him at the bottom, right?
A witcher with a crossbow. We breaking with tradition?
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill.
So I think he's on top of the Edge people. Tony, this is the thing. I think at this point, I think even the edit is making it clear that Tony's winning the game. Shit.
Not bad. Damn! It's fast!
Fuck.
It's about to die!
This is a really actually easy fight. I should have used Iggy though. Like, we barely got injured. Maybe it's only on New Game Plus. Like, New Game Plus, I know this fight's actually decently difficult because of all the scaling stuff. Anyway, yeah, Tony, I think Tony's winning the game. Like, I really do. I have every confidence in the spoilers at this point that Tony's winning the game. Because again, I feel like the edit's showing us as well, where like, we get this scene with with Yule saying, "Oh, I thought Tony would be an asshole," but instead he's like this really genuinely nice guy and stuff. And so again, I think that's a great personal contact with Tony. We also had him being shown to be right about his plan to keep Tyson, and like with literally every member of his alliance talking about how it was the correct move. And obviously it doesn't happen, but like him, like, but obviously like it didn't happen in real life. So it's like for him to still get the credit for it being the correct, like the move that he wanted to have happen, be the technically correct move, is a really big boon to his edit.
Not bad.
I think it's pretty clear he's winning. For me, I think he jumps over Sophie easily here.
Man spends his whole life learning.
Not a Witcher.
Now, Natalie.
He doesn't want to live long. But more on that later.
Is
Take
Natalie
the
above or
Griffin's
below
head to the
Tyson?
Black ones. I'll ready our horses.
Uh,
Meet me at the inn.
I think she's... I'm trying to think, because it's like, Tyson got such a great premiere. I think I'm going to still put Natalie below Tyson. I guess we can fast travel. Oh, there's a mission there. Let's go and do that mission then. Just want to check the rest of the map just to make sure there's nothing. Do we ever come back to White Orchard? No, right? So let's go to that mission. What are we at time-wise? 17 minutes? Really, right? That late? Yeah, I do have tomorrow off. I don't really have much going on tomorrow, so I do plan on playing obviously more of The Witcher, and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. As I said, again, not much going on. So I'll probably play The Witcher for most of the morning, the early afternoon. And probably after that get around to doing some stuff for YouTube videos. Like finish the Last of Us review, probably watch Star Borneo. Big Red Canada is on tomorrow night. So that's something. So again, that's probably what I'll end up doing. What's here?
What happened?
Monsters! Monsters from the swamp! Folks said the road was fraught with peril, but I wouldn't listen. Got my comeuppance now.
Less moaning,
Jeremy.
more details.
Jeremy's gotten a weird edit. I'm not feeling great anymore about Jeremy.
I don't work
I
for free.
think he's still
Witcher's
above
code and all.
Parvati, above Boston Rob,
Well,
probably above
was on my
Sandra,
way to the Black Ones to
which actually
trade.
puts him at number 4
Suddenly
actually.
my horse got
But
spooked,
for
ran
right
clear
now,
off the
but
road.
I think that's
We
probably
hit a
where he
bump.
stops.
I went flying and the
Yeah, it's
horse
weird.
and cart rolled
Tyson
along.
leaving
Then I heard
really
bubbling,
shakes up this list, doesn't
neighing,
it?
slurping. Something
Michelle,
came out from the muck,
I think
devoured
Michelle
Asher, hooves and all.
had a really good episode here.
No doubt my goods
And
are
I,
still
well, I
on the
mean,
cart.
outside of her
But I'm too
being
afraid
tricked
to
by
go
Boston
and see.
Rob, I think she had a good episode. She had a good last
I'm most
episode. I think she's
concerned
above
about a little
Jeremy.
box.
I think she got
Bring
the
it
credit
to
for
me.
that last
I
move.
beg you.
She has a solid narrative. So for me, I do
I'll
think
go.
she is
Let
above
you know
Jeremy.
if I find that
I
box.
don't know if I'm ready to put her above Yule.
So, found my cart yet?
Wait, why is he still?
Found my car yet?
Precious cargo.
Cart tracks. Rode off into the swamp. Here's the cart. Cart's riddled with arrows. Cart's riddled with arrows. I should take a look around. An arrow. Didn't mention
Adam's
this.
edit's definitely dropped. I think this is
Square in
another
the neck.
episode that just showed Adam in
Shot.
such a negative light.
Either the merchant's
I think
got
one or
serious
two
memory
episodes of
problems,
negativity
or
is
he's lying.
good,
Must
but
be that
considering like
box
he's
he
gotten
mentioned.
almost all
Splattered with
negativity,
blood.
like he literally got one
Human
episode of
blood.
positivity, which was the Danny Vu episode. But since then it's been nothing but constant negativity, and I feel like that's not good. I think both from a winner edit standpoint and also from just a strict game standpoint.
Oh, and
So I think he's
you find the
definitely really
box?
low. I think he's probably just above Kim, I would say.
A little wet, but intact.
At last, fortune smiles my way. Yours as well, Witcher. Here, the gold I promised you. Happy trails now.
Wait, what? What the fuck? Why they just like randomly show up? So fucking weird. And then we got Sarah. I think at this point, Sarah's a top contender. Mostly due to other top contenders just being knocked down. I don't think her edit's really gotten... I mean, her edit got better. I mean, she did have that scene with Tyson. And I do think that more than likely means that Tyson's going to team up with Sarah and Tony when he comes back into the game after he returns from Edge. But I think you can also see that say that it's also a credit to her social game. I think her positioning in the game is somehow really fucking good. Like, it's really strange how, like, she was like a massive target coming into the season. And somehow, her and Tony both, and like somehow they're both in really great spots in the game. I think the problem with her is her premiere. I don't think she had the strongest premiere.
What the hell is this?
But I think she had a
You take me for a blind
has a
man
pretty
or
strong
a
edit at
fool?
this point.
grain
Is she
rotten.
above or below Yule? I think that's the question. I think I'll still give Yule
So, a fool. Damn it, you
the lead there. And to be honest, is she better or worse than
Military Codex,
Michelle?
Article 2, Section 3. For
I
the
might give
delivery
Michelle
of
the lead there, just because
defective
again, I think
goods,
Michelle had a
50
slightly
lashes
better
with an out.
premiere.
Make it so.
But I think Sarah's definitely in a good spot.
No, no! By the gods, no!
We got Ben. I mean, Ben. What is Ben? What is Ben? Like, where is Ben in this
What?
game at this point? I think he's above Adam. I think he's probably below Denise.
Guess you've dropped your good uncle act.
It was no act. I extended a hand
Yeah,
to
I think
these
he's gotta
people.
be below
They
Denise.
spat on it.
Which actually means Harvey's gonna end up being decently high here.
A
Somehow.
moralist. And what would you do in my stead?
Wouldn't ever be in your stead.
Tell me why you've come.
Then Wendell. I think this was a decent episode for Wendell, right?
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
I think
She
it's
was
enough.
a day's ride from here the whole time. Under my nose. Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. But you would not have killed the griffin. Tit for tat.
I think Wendell's enough to be above Boston Rob.
Halt! We
Is
are
he
not
above
done.
Sandra? I think
It's
that's
yours,
the question.
this gold. I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
I mean, why not take the coin?
Winds howling.
We're about to finish the I just want to make sure that there's no... Well, I guess we could do it from this menu. No side quests we're missing out on here. I mean, the weird thing about this game is that it's kind of more dynamic, where like I feel like things don't show up until you pass them on the map, and that's kind of annoying. But if they never show up on the map, then I'm just not going to bother with them. I'm not going to actively seek out side missions. But if we pass a side mission, we're going to fucking do it. That's kind of my approach that I'm taking here. So, yeah. Yeah, Wendell, I mean... I don't know. I think Wendell or Sandra. I think it's in that spot. I think he's definitely below Jeremy. So it's like, is he above or below Sandra? I think he's above Sandra.
Come to rip off your melon and shit.
Yeah.
Yennefer's
And
in
Nick?
Vizima. Got a few friends there.
I don't know. Nick's getting weird at it. I
Something
think
wrong.
Look around.
I would have said he would have been with Kim as at the bottom, but I do think this is a decent enough episode for him. Not great overall, but
Who are they?
Patriots.
I think he's still
drinking
above
their
Adam.
seventh round for Temeria.
I think he's above Ben. I mean, like, the thing about Nick is that he had an okay first confessional. Again, no personal content, which isn't great. But he hasn't been shown to be actively bad either. Unlike Ben and Nick and unlike Ben and Adam and Kim. I think he's definitely below Denise. And really, I think Nick and Ben are, like, kind of close. Yeah, I think I'll give Nick the lead there.
Took him down.
Oh yeah, that's the list.
To hang
So
a golden sun there now.
really, I think. Okay, wait, so number 1 is Tony now.
I cannot show
Number
to
2, Sophie.
They'll come and burn
3,
the
Yule.
tavern down.
4, Michelle.
Maybe it's true what they
5,
say.
Sarah.
You fond of the
6,
Imperials,
Jeremy.
you
7,
Nilfgaard's
Wendell. Somehow 8 is Sandra. Somehow 9 is Boston Rob.
Gonna
Somehow
let that
10 is
pass?
Barbie.
I know grief
Denise at
eats at your
12.
heart.
Ben,
You
Nick
know
at
shit.
12.
They hang my
Wait,
sister
Denise at
dragged
11.
around
Sorry.
the cloister like a dog.
Nick at
Said
12, Ben
Nilfgaard's
at
no
13.
place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its
Adam,
navel
14,
string.
Kim,
You owe your son
16.
to my sister.
Tyson 17 now.
And
Lee
you don't
18.
fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
Was this always in the game? I don't remember this.
Leave me be!
Maybe it was.
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promised you freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
Yeah, comparing
We ain't
this list to
going
last
nowhere.
week's list, not much has really changed. Tyson's moved down, Sarah moved up, Denise went down. I think,
won't back
and Wendell
down
went
now.
up a little bit. Everything else is
Can
pretty much the
see
same.
that. You'll never learn.
At least this fight's still here. I know, so I mean that scene must have always been there. It's just I just didn't remember it for some reason.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
see his face. God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Excuses, excuses. You've
Yeah.
not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
Spent the last 6 months in the saddle. Haven't seen you for 2 years. Can't we take a moment to...
Sadly, we cannot. Someone awaits you, Geralt. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
Fine. Guess I'm willing to hear him out.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metina, Ebbing, and Gamera, Sovereign of Nazaire and Vicovaro will feel honored, I'm sure.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Alright, so we'll end after this cutscene. Which actually, I guess we're gonna be like getting a loading screen, aren't we?
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then...
Dude, I haven't seen this cutscene in a year now. It really has.
We shall talk of this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
Alright.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After
I'm starting
many
to get tired.
trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned
I'll definitely do one more
Yen was
episode.
a
After
nearby
that, I'm not sure
Vizima.
though. Can I pause here, or do I have to watch this cutscene? Fuck, I do. Okay. I guess we'll watch the cutscene.
It must suffice.
Thinkamir cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
Can't pause though. Okay.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Been on the road a while. Fine. Do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
And prepare to answer some questions.
General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat. Morvran Vuris, commander of the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, there's some information.
Fuck, I'm getting really tired. Maybe I won't do one more. Shit, my eye. Like, I'm really just starting to get sleepy.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown. Parents unknown. Age unknown. All insignificant details. Let us proceed to more recent events. The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Virgo. My question is how?
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roach, commander of the Blue Stripes, and...
A murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well, Witcher. You forge interesting alliances.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
Not the way I see it. I helped a friend rescue a child.
Anais was not just any child. She was a pawn in a game you did not understand. You and Roach did not rescue her at all. At most, you moved her from one edge of the board to the other, fanning the flames of conflict.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her from the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
Ah, so Letho's hiding from you.
This ended up being way longer
Must
than
have a good
I was
reason.
expecting, but oh well.
Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here and here.
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the General to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the General's assistance.
Shame. I might have given you some advice. So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.
Come on.
Feels more like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, a tailcoat, or possibly a dinner jacket. In point of fact, the gentleman will choose from these garments.
Where are my clothes?
Where they should have gone long ago, with the laundress. They will be returned to you after the audience, clean and starched. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
There we go. So we'll save here. Even though I'm pretty sure auto saved, but whatever. We'll continue on next episode, but for now, thank you for watching.